So in this video, we're going to look a little bit about getting started with the Spike software. So from Lego, I've downloaded and installed the software. When I fire it up, it has me select my Spike solution. That's because there are two primary Spike devices. The one here on the left is the Spike Essential, which looks about like this. There's a button right here in the middle on it. There is a light right here in the center front. It's got a removable battery pack. It's a little bit tougher to get than the other option, but it is there. It works. You'll notice it has two ports for sensors and motors, and then it has a what appears to be a micro USB connector for power for charging. And this is the solution we recommend for First LEGO League Explore. You can also use the LEGO WeDo 2.0 in First LEGO League Explore, but the Spike Essential is the primary solution going forward. The other solution you see here on the right is the LEGO Spike Prime. You'll notice is quite a bit bigger, especially if you see it side by side with the Spike Essential. It has multiple buttons. We have a big center button up here, two side-to-side buttons, and then the Bluetooth button is right here. We also have a removable battery pack, just the same as the Spike Essential. There's also a port right here for charging. It is also a micro USB, and you will notice that this device has 3 ports on one side and 3 ports on the other, for a total of 6 that can be used for some combination of motors and sensors, following again by the robot game rules for each year. So when you fire up the software the first time for working with the Spike Prime, you'll want to make sure you have the Spike Prime selected. You will also note at any time up here in the upper right hand corner that it says you are using the LEGO Spike Prime. You can change over to the Spike Essential if you need to, but if you're working for First LEGO League Challenge, you want the Spike Prime. So always make sure you're on the Spike Prime, and even if you create a new project, we'll go through this later, you won't immediately see it here, but it might be obvious because of this connect button. If I go home and I'm working with the Spike Essential, I do some word blocks, notice I get a different shaped icon. So if you get the short little rectangle, you're working with the Spike Essential, which again is our solution for First LEGO League Explore. And if you see the more tall, elongated rectangle, that is the Spike Prime, which is the solution for First LEGO League Challenge. So the first time you use the software and anytime after that, make sure you're working with the Spike Prime and make sure that you see the Spike Prime when you select. So that covers kind of getting started with the software. In other videos, we'll look more at things you can do with the software.